The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now a second down throw for Winston.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got it.
Midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Winston's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Winston now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Panthers hit 7 and 8 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And it's third down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get started up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now Jameis on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
In motion right is Pittman.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw, Winston. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side.
Saquon Barkley.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
Brenda, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the gun, Winston. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Winston. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Winston.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Jameis again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Winston. He's got it for the Panther touchdown.
Terrace Marshall.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Brissett.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Brissett.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Brissett on first down.
Has it to Hyatt on the out route.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Jones will try and run with it.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's Winston.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
A minute 52 to play until halftime.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. In motion, Slayton. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Barkley
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the gun, here's Brissett.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton, 70 yards.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dexter Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going. It's Winston.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And got his man complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
In motion right is Mingo.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the green, triple team.
To the air again with Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. Brissett to throw on first. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Robbie Chosen.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Winston.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Winston to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
Brissett.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll throw again. Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jalen Hyatt,
61 yards.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for Winston. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath and you're...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Jameis to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And quickly they get to the line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Panthers first down.
Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Panthers 13. To kick off for New York.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Panthers 13.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Bobby Okereke
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, Winston. And now here is another interception.
picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70, Panthers 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Bobby Okereke in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Winston.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 41 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point.
Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the